If you're a nursing student, you know how stressful exams can be. It's not just about studying hard, it's also about being a great test taker. So, in this video, we are going to be exploring some proven strategies that's going to help you become a better test taker in nursing school. So, from managing your time effectively to staying calm under pressure, we're going to cover everything you need to know to improve your test taking skills. We're also going to be discussing how to approach different types of questions and how to read exam questions carefully and how to avoid common mistakes. So, whether you're a struggling student or just looking to improve your test taking abilities, this video is going to be for you. So, tune in now and learn how to be a better test taker in nursing school. So, a couple tips that I have for you guys as far as better test taking in nursing school. Number one, understand the format and the context of the exam. So, what I mean by that is understanding the kind of questions you're going to expect on your exam, whether they're true/false questions, maybe they're multiple choice questions, maybe they're SATA questions, so select all that applies, maybe there's an essay. Understand how many or what kind of questions you're going to expect. So, that's definitely something the professor can let you guys aware of before your exam. The next thing I want you guys to know is practicing your time management. So use your time effectively during the exam. Don't spend too much time on one question. If you're not understanding the question or it's taking you much longer to try to get through a question, you're not sure about it, please skip over it, move on, go to the next one. And then later, once you get done with the exam, go back to that question. That way, time management wise, you're not wasting time on that question to where you have less time for anything else. So make sure you manage your time wisely. Next thing, develop a really good study plan. So make sure you're incorporating a study plan that incorporates all of your course materials that you're going to need to know for that exam, so that when it comes to the exam date, there's not some sort of subject matter or content that you haven't reviewed yet because you didn't have time. So make sure with the amount of material you're going to have, make sure you're dividing each day into what material you're going to study. So then by the time you come to your test, you have reviewed everything and you can just do a real quick glance over. So make sure you develop a really good study plan. The next thing, make sure you guys are attending review sessions. I can't tell you how many times we've had review sessions and they are super helpful. So when they have them, please go to it. You can learn from other students. You can learn from your professors, ask questions. That is the perfect time to have answers to anything that you're not understanding or to go over and actually really know how well you're doing study-wise. So make sure you go to these sessions that are offered and make sure that you're getting the most of it and focusing on that type of material at those sessions and nothing else is super helpful. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about is making sure you're doing practice exams. So constantly practice doing NCLEX questions. You can find NCLEX questions online, on nursing.com, on YouTube. Practice, I almost want to say makes perfect, but honestly, the more practice you do, the better you're going to do on your exams, because it's going to help you identify any sort of areas that you're going to need to study more, enable for you to get used to the format of the actual exam you're going to be taking. So that's another thing. Also, make sure you get plenty of sleep. You cannot think, you cannot focus if you're not getting enough sleep. So please do not stay up so late. Make sure you guys are getting enough sleep, adequate sleep every single night. It is very important. Make sure you're managing your stress. Nursing school is very stressful. Taking exams is super stressful. So make sure you're managing your stress, you're managing your anxiety. You can practice any sort of relaxation techniques. You can do yoga, any sort of deep breathing, meditating, any sort of visualization, any sort of essential oils. I know we used even in nursing school. Anything that's going to help you with the stress and anxiety. It is stressful, but find outlets that's going to help you to relieve that stress or anxiety that you're experiencing. Another thing, make sure when you do your exams, you're reading the instructions very carefully. Make sure you read the instructions carefully before you begin the exam, because this is going to help you avoid making any stupid, simple mistakes that I know a lot of people do make. So make sure, please read the instructions before you start the exam. Next, eliminate any wrong answers. So when you go and do each question, go through the process of elimination when you go through each question to eliminate any obvious incorrect answers that you know are just not right at all. It's an easy elimination process before you make your final selection. And lastly, make sure you guys trust your instincts. Trust those gut feelings. They're there for a reason. Don't second guess yourself. Don't overthink the question. So if you come to a question and immediately you read it and you see the answers and you know the answer and you say it's C, go with your gut. Please just trust your instincts. Do not overthink it. A lot of the times you were right the first time, and if you change it, it'll be wrong. So make sure trust your instincts. So those are my test taking strategies for you guys and able to be a better test taker. You can always comment below and you can like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy nursing.